This is how my garden used to be when I was a little younger, a little more agile, and had a little more space. So now I need to build it up 30 inches off the ground. It's easier to work with. I also want to thank my neighbor Carol, Elizabeth, and Joey, who did a great job helping me. This is a rough idea of what I think it should look like. And this is a lumber list, thinking that I probably could do it for about $200. Here we are at Lowe's. I should be able to find something I could use here. This is going to be a heavy duty one that's going to last a long time. This is the perfect spot, the right amount of sunshine, the right amount of shade. It should grow just fine here and it's pretty level. I'm going to build it right to where it's going to end up because it's going to be heavy. Here I'm cutting the legs out of the 4x4 pressure treated lumber, 30 inches long. We're squaring up the legs with the 36-inch end pieces and putting 3 screws in each one. The end boards are now attached to the legs. I cut the side boards and squared up the ends and cut a notch for the lower floorboards to slide into. Please subscribe and like and leave comments down at the bottom. I look forward to answering your questions. You notice the groove goes on the bottom. In the next picture you will see the sideboard attached to the end pieces. We're getting there. Now you will notice I'm attaching only one end of the sideboard, so the other end swings out to allow the bottom pieces to slide in, and then the other end will be attached when they're all in. I'm cutting the bottom pieces to length, which is 36 inches plus 1.5 inches, which will go in the groove and will be notched out when I take it up to the table saw. Being construction grade lumber, you'll find it's not all equal length, it's not squared up, and it warps very easily. You'll notice in the next picture when I'm walking up to the table saw how warped it is in 2 days. It should be a 3/4 inch cut both ways. And you notice because the wood is warped, you'll have to sand that center down, otherwise it will not fit in the groove on the side board. I want to remind you to wear safety goggles, absolutely, without even thinking twice. The temperatures down here have been ranging between 104 and 108 every day, so I quit at around 11 and go back to work around 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. Please like and subscribe and leave comments. I really do appreciate them. I will try to answer all of them. Jason, my neighbor down the street, lent me these clamps. I'll tell you, I couldn't do the project without them. They're called the bar clamps or pipe clamps, and they do a great job. I'm drilling 1 hole in the side of the bottom piece and 2 holes up from the bottom. And then I'll insert 3-inch by 10 screws. Now we move on to the center legs. They need to be plumbed up, leveled, and 3 screws inserted from the inside into the 4x4s. I'm drilling 3/4 inch holes for the drainage. I will insert a 3/4 inch pipe, epoxied in, and then I will put on top of that, after sanding it down flush, a 3x3 piece of aluminum screening. I'm making the pipes 2 inches long so they stick out underneath a 1/2 inch past the wood. That way the wood does not get wet. I then proceeded to staple down the aluminum screening, and then I put a bead like a donut around the hole so that the water would not get onto the wood and just go down the pipe. Prior to this, you have your polyethylene ready and standing by, and before the hot glue dries, you push it down real hard so you get a nice seal. Hot glue the corners and then staple up over the top. I'll show you a picture. I don't have any video of it. I ripped a 2x4 down to 1 inch and nailed it down on top. It raises the amount of room we have in the bed itself, and also holds down the polyethylene. Now you'll notice this pipe is ripped lengthwise. That's going to be my drain underneath the little 3/4 inch drains for the bed. I would not do it the same way again. I would use whole pipes, put them together with the fittings, then cut them lengthwise. I think the glue has a much better chance of setting up that way. Well, here you are with the drainage system upside down and the hangers in place. Here I'm taking strapping and I'm going to use this to hold the pipes up underneath the bed. And you can adjust it to any length you want. That's what's nice about strapping. Well, we are done, except for putting the stone in and the topsoil and compost and a couple of seeds or plants. You never know, one might grow. It is finished. I do have a couple of words of wisdom for you though. I would say use a larger drain pipe, more like a 1 inch drain pipe. And I also think that the screen should go on top of the poly and not be stapled down. With that, good luck. If you have any questions, please leave comments below. And please subscribe and like. Thank you very much.